Hello everybody and welcome to the Dwayne Athletic Complex as the Holy Ghost Prep Firebirds will be facing off against the Penncrest Lions.
Yeah, Ghost looks to capture a little bit of momentum here, taking on Penncrest.
I'm Vince Riccio.
I'm George Roken.
And welcome to this broadcast as Holy Ghost coming in 6-6-3 and Penncrest coming into the game as 4-9-1. Holy Ghost needs a big game here so they can get home advantage in the playoffs. Thoughts on that?
Yeah, in the playoffs, Ghost, they have a pretty even record right now. A win here would be pretty big for them, and home field advantage here is unlike anywhere else, so that would be huge.
Yes, it definitely would be electric, almost as electric as the Frenzy. You know, Holy Ghost played good recently. They tied last game, but they should be ready to come back. They will be starting goalie Jack Pollock.
Yes, Jack Pollock has played good in the level games, and he looks to continue it here. Hopefully in a good way against.
We did have a bit of a delay to start. We did have a bit of a delay to start, about 10 minutes, but nonetheless, Holy Ghost will be looking to get the win today. For your starters for Holy Ghost, we'll have Tommy Walsh, Brendan Lawson, Aaron Roth, Mason Deanna, Johnny Pulowski, Killian Berkery, Adrian Calderon, and in goal, Jack Pollock. There are some of the notable starters. There are some others, game time decisions right now. We'll get back to you on who that is. There seems to be a bit of delay as there's only one ref, so we'll look to see what happens here. Looks like Holy Ghost is going to come onto the field.
Yeah, it looks like Ghost is ready. We'll see what's going on here. Penncrest seems to still be in a little bit of a huddle, so with one ref, it appears, we'll see what happens.
Looks like Holy Ghost will be defending on the left side of the deck. And some other starters that we have today, we have Jaden Torres, Jacob Samaki, and Dan Salia. Last game ended in a bit of a skirmish, you could say, as some players did get in some fights and some players were thrown out. It was a scrappy game towards the end, and they had to end up calling the game for a tie. That's not what Holy Ghost needs, as they're a little bit under Radnor right now for the fourth place position, but we'll see what happens today.
All right, both teams form a huddle here, and we're getting ready to start here at Holy Ghost Prep.
For Penncrest Lions, your goalie, William Smedley. And we have some other players like Nicholas Backstrom. Number 4, Noah Carlos. Number 6, Rohan Kutamartin. Number 10, Luke Marino. Number 17, Dominic McDonald. Number 21, Jonathan Broken. Number 22, Ryan Gallagher. And number 11, Colin Scott. But nonetheless, the teams move away from the huddle and the game is just about to begin. Penncrest will begin with the ball and tap it off. It looks to be Luke Marino on the tap here, as it looks like he'll play it back to Tyler Ong. And the game begins. Ong lifts the ball into the Holy Ghost defensive zone, and that'll be an easy scoop there for Jack Pollock, his first scoop of the game and first save. Pollock has some time. Look like he's going to punt that, trying to get it towards the midfield. Lawson pushes his defender, and they're going to call a foul on him there. The defender, Tyler Ong, fouled Brendan Lawson. It'll be a free kick for Ghost. Aaron Roth has the ball, plays it towards the middle for Lawson, who's cutting towards the keeper. It's swallowed up there by William Smedley.
Yeah, the offense is looking pretty good so far here for Ghost.
Smedley plays that. It goes on the tape of Aaron Roth as he gets it to Jaden Torres. Torres going up the right side, tries to center off a cleat, and that ball will be cleared by number 4, Yona Carlos. It'll be a throw in here for Aaron Roth.
Yeah, Ghost need to continue the momentum. They're putting pressure on so far here in the first.
Roth the throw in towards the middle, gets it to the head of Walsh, and the ball is played out there. It looks like Mason Deanna's going to get his cleat on that as he tries to send it back up, but it's unsuccessful as the ball will go back in a Holy Ghost defensive end. Roth regains the ball. He takes his defender down. It looks like they're going to call a foul on him there. Looks like he appended number 19, Douglas Kinner there. It'll be a foul kick for Penncrest.
Yeah, Ghost wants to play a clean game today. They need to stay as far away as they can from that.
Will be Jonah Carlos on the kick here after the impediment by Aaron Roth. Holy Ghost was maintaining a lot of pressure there, but it looks like it's going to sway in the other direction as Carlos plays it towards the middle. Bunch of bodies there, and it's shot over the goal by Tyler Ong. It'll be a 6 kick for Holy Ghost. Looks like it will be Mason Deanna to take this kick here, as he lifts it past the midfield line. Jacob Samaki gets all ahead on it as it is played ahead by Penncrest. Number 2, Nicholas Backstrom plays it towards the middle, and it'll be kicked out of play and out of harm's way. Looks like Johnny Pulaski will get the ball here. He's playing up through the middle. Through ball for Brennan Lawson goes off number 24, Regan Campbell, and it looks like Penncrest will regain possession.
Yeah, again, Holy Ghost continuing to keep pressure on. That's a good sign here in the first half.
Here is Pulaski on the throw-in. He'll hand it off to Samaki. Plays it in the middle for Tommy Walsh. That ball looks like it had just a bit too much steam on it. But nonetheless, the ball is played towards Johnny Pulaski. Ooh, it looks like Tommy Walsh is cleated by number 10, Luke Marino. He appears to be limping a bit, which is not good for Holy Ghost.
Yeah, well, that's not a good sign here. We'll see how that turns out.
But off the kick here, Johnny Pulaski has the ball. He gets appended in the box. No call there. Ball played back to Samaki. Crosses it for Jaden Torres. Has the ball. Shoots it towards the middle. Unsuccessful. Torres, the other shot off the crossbar. And Johnny Pulaski gets the rebound and he puts it home.
A nice goal for Ghost.
Holy Ghost.
At first, it hit the crossbar. They got a second chance, and they didn't miss. A good goal there for Holy Ghost Prep.
Yeah, what a goal from the sophomore star striker, Johnny Pulaski. You know, Jaden Torres had an opportunity there off his own rebound. Puts it off the crossbar, and Johnny Pulaski able to just put that one home. Early lead for Ghost, only 4 minutes in.
Yeah, that's a good sign here in the first half. They missed once, as I said, and they're not going to miss again. Let's see how they continue to go here.
Tap again. Tyler Ong plays it, but he plays it straight to Jaden Torres as they're going to start the offensive pursuit again. Here's Lawson getting the ball stripped away from him. Holy Ghost did play some substitutions. Look like Killian Berkery and Colin McGinn came onto the field here.
Pretty good defense there from Ghost. Let's see it continue.
Yeah, that ball was kicked out there. Throw in here. They're going to call a foul on that throw in here. And there will be Holy Ghost throwing Adrian Calderon to take this kick here. Calderon throws it, trying to get it for Pulaski. A little too much power on the throw there, but it looks like it's played with a head by a Penncrest defender there. And the ball's going to be shot ahead, trying to get it to Tommy Walsh. And that ball's going to be kicked into the forest with the trees, as we usually see at these games. But here is Pulaski handing it off to Calderon. He throws it in towards Walsh. Walsh to Brennan Lawson. Lawson has an opportunity, but it's going to be cleared away. It'll be another throw-in for Holy Ghost.
2 big boots here from Ghost. Let's see if they can keep it up.
It will be Calderon once again. Winding up on his throw, gets it towards the middle for Lawson. And it looks like number 22, that is Ryan Gallagher, will play it out. Another throw-in for Holy Ghost.
Yeah, they're just going to kick that away, trying to keep Ghost off here. But let's see if Ghost can continue their offense.
Johnny Pulaski, a throw-in. He's going to regain possession. Has 2 defenders on him, and he's stripped of the ball. And it looks like Penncrest is going to get out of this jam. And Brennan Lawson holds on to his defender's shirt, and it'll be a throw-in for Penncrest.
Yeah, as I said earlier, Ghost has got to stay away from that stuff. They got to play a clean game if they want to continue to gain momentum going into the postseason.
Looks like it'll be a foul kick here for number 4, Jonah Carlos. You know, one thing I've seen out of Carlos so far is he's just been all around the field. I've seen him on the left side, the right side, backing up. You know, real presence for Penncrest so far.
Yeah, Ghost has got to watch out for that. They got to keep track of him and continue to play good defense.
Yeah, it looks like Holy Ghost is going to have another consequence here as there's another foul on the play. It'll be another foul kick for Penncrest Lions. Here is number 6, Rohan Kuda Martin on the kick here. Looks like he's going to play it towards the middle in the box. Strong kick there, and it's just going to go wide. It'll be a 6 kick for Holy Ghost.
Yeah, Pollock hasn't even had that much action today, but so far the 2 kicks towards him have been way over the top.
It will be Mason Deanna, as we usually see on the 6 kick here. Big boot on the back end as he plays it just shy of midfield. He'll get it to Torres, who's being heavily defended. It gets stripped away from him. Tyler Ong has the ball. Play it towards the right side, but it's Jacob Samaki who makes a great step there. Calderon. Calderon plays it up for Johnny Pulaski, but it's just going to go straight to Penncrest. Walsh does regain possession. He'll get it to Johnny Pulaski, and they're going to call him offsides there. It'll be a Penncrest kick here. Now, Holy Ghost starting with a 1-0 lead is very important for them. Only 8 minutes into the game. Hopefully, they can just put some insurance goals on so they can climb up the standings.
Yeah, Ghost has got to continue to put pressure on here, get up early so they can play a little bit more relaxed in the second half.
Here is Carlos on the kick. He plays it towards the middle. Mason Deanna, the header right there. He's going to get it up. Gets it to McGinn. He's playing rough on the defensive zone. Here's Berkery. He gets it to Walsh. Walsh gets stepped on there. And it looks like the ball is going to go straight to Penncrest defender. Plays it back to Tyler Ong. Over to Carlos. Carlos plays it towards the middle, just wide of Ong. Holy Ghost defenseman Adrian Calderon steps up and clear the ball there. Looks like Penncrest is going to try and start something on offense here. It's unable to happen as Brennan Lawson, a great stretch pass there. He'll get it to Jaden Torres. Torres goes around one, has room, plays it through ball for Pulaski, and it looks like that ball is just going to have too much steam on it, too much power. It'll go wide. It'll be a throw-in for Penncrest.
Yeah, a couple good moves by Torres there. The execution's just got to be a little bit better at the end.
Ball played to Nicholas Backstrom. He'll play it up the zone for number 19. That's Douglas Kinner, the sophomore. One of the 2 sophomores on Penncrest team. Looks like it'll be a throw-in here for Penncrest. Nicholas Backstrom plays it to Carlos. Carlos being defended by Berkery and Lawson. Lawson, a great step there to get the ball away.
Yeah, again, Ghost continues to play good defense, keeping it out of their zone, and here they go back down the other way.
Jaden Torres has the ball. He has room here too. He plays it towards the middle. A shot just tipped over the net. It'll be a a corner kick for Holy Ghost.
Yeah, pretty good kick there, and Ghost will have another chance to try to get in the goal.
Yeah, Torres almost put that bar beautifully under the bar there. Bit of a hiccup there. Now, don't know what that's called, like an onomatopoeia or something. I don't know. But he put it under the bar there and, had a good opportunity, but a great save there by William Smedley. It looks like it will be Johnny Pulaski on the corner here.
Yeah, Pulaski's name's been called a lot today. He's doing pretty good on both sides of the ball.
Yes, he has. And, he can put the ball in the middle here beautifully for Holy Ghost. That looks like what he's going to do, but it's going to go straight towards the keeper. That's an easy throw for him. He'll try and get up for Tyler Ong. Brandon Lawson on his pursuit there. Looks like Penncrest has some room to play with here. He'll play it towards the other side, and that'll be Aaron Roth clearing the ball away from danger.
Yeah, still little action for Pollock here. We'll see if the Ghost defense can keep up.
Yeah, Penncrest really hasn't had a shot so far, but nonetheless, here is Colin McGinn as he strips the ball away, but he gets upended, and there will be no ball for Holy Ghost there. It's Nicholas Backstrom. He gets it up to Kinner, plays it back, and Aaron Rolfe strips the ball straight away from his cleat. But it looks like it's going to deflect off Jaden Torres as the ball's thrown in here for Penncrest. Here is Walsh. Plays it up to Berkery. Berkery trying to get it towards Pulaski, just a little bit in front of him. But Pulaski's going to emerge with the ball. He'll get it to Walsh. Walsh has it. He's heavily defended by number 22. That's Ryan Gallagher. And it looks like the ball will be cleared away from Holy Ghost possession. Tyler Ong, he'll play it up straight into the cleat of Calderon. He'll get it back up to Walsh. Walsh played towards Pulaski. And the ball is just pinball here in the defensive zone for Penncrest. It's going up, back and forth, down on the ground. But it looks like Penncrest is going to try and start this offensive pressure. Not if Mason Deanna has anything to say, as he'll get the ball away. And there's going to be a foul on the field. Looks like it'll be Holy Ghost foul. Don't know what for. But they're going to be giving a bit of confusion here on the field.
Now, I know I'm repeating myself, but the pressure applied by Ghost offensively has just been so immense today. They got to keep it up.
Yeah, it looks like there's some confusion on the field right now. Don't know what exactly is going to happen. Might be a drop ball here. Does look like weird formation on the field. Can't really tell what's going to happen. I think it will be a drop ball, but we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure if the refs even know what's going on right now. But we'll see what happens.
Yeah, the refs look to be being contrary towards each other, but looks like it will be a drop ball, and it'll be Holy Ghost getting the possession after Brendan Lawson makes a good play there. But Penncrest does regain possession as they get it to Nicholas Backstrom. It looks like that ball is going to be cleared away by Samaki straight towards Penncrest, and that's going to be kicked out of play. It'll be a throw-in. Here is the throw-in there by Ong. He'll get it towards the middle. Penncrest putting some pressure here, but Holy Ghost defense playing great here. And that ball will be shot wide by Penncrest, a sacker.
Yeah, multiple layers of defense leading to Pollock. Again, he hasn't had almost any action today. Great defense by the Firebirds.
It will be a 6 kick once again for Mason Deanna as he plays the ball just past the midfield for Pulaski. Pulaski has 2 defenders on him, gets around one, puts a shot on goal, a weak shot. A little unusual from him.
Yeah, good idea, just not enough power.
Yeah, looks like it will be Backstrom trying to get the ball, but that's going to be played into the stands by Killian Berkery. It'll be a throw-in for Penncrest. Here is Backstrom. Plays it up for Ryan Gallagher, or excuse me, Kinner. Kinner has the ball. It looks like it's just going to go out of play. It'll be a 6 kick for Holy Ghost. Mason Deanna taking the kick here with 26 minutes remaining in the first half. Holy Ghost up 1-0.
Yeah, early on that goal has really helped them carry the momentum, giving them a little bit more ease on the field.
Here is Mason Deanna. Plays it towards the middle for Walsh. Walsh tries to get it to Torres, but it's unsuccessful. It will be on here on the side, and it looks like the ball is just going to roll on the line here as Aaron Ross trying to make a good play here, but it looks like it'll be out on Penncrest. And another 6 kick for Holy Ghost. We do have some substitutions here. It appears that Vinny Denise, Matt Cole, Dan Salia, and one other player will be coming on for Holy Ghost. Looks like that is Vincent Zamparelli as well. Did have some guys come off, like Tommy Walsh, Colin McGinn, Jaden Torres. But, Holy Ghost And one real main key with this team is their depth is just really good. Anything to say on that?
Yeah, you just look at their bench. I mean, they've got so many guys and so many talented guys, even towards the end of that bench, that they can get deep even within the first 10 to 15 minutes of the game.
But here is Penncrest as they play the ball towards the middle. Here is number 8. That's Gabe Parker. So he gets it towards the side. Played in by Penncrest, midfielder there, and the ball's cleared out by Brendan Lawson. That is Nicholas Backstrom on the other side of the field. You know, him and Carlos have been really notable through the game so far. They've both been just all over the field.
Yeah, you hear their names a lot, and that means they're keeping up. They're playing good defense. They're putting pressure on Penncrest, and they're just continuing to play good soccer.
It will be a 6 kick for Holy Ghost. We've seen so many of them this year and this game as well. There's been a handful at this point. It will be Mason Deanna taking the kick here. Deanna kicks it just shy of the midfield as the ball is played to a Penncrest attacker. That's Ryan Gallagher. Step up here by Samaki. And the ball will be played. Pollock gets a hand on it. His second action of the day.
Yeah, he has a pretty good boot. Let's see if he goes to it here.
Looks like he will go to that punt as he plays it just past Carlos there. Ball is on the cleat of Pulaski as he plays it out for Brendan Lawson. Lawson trying to get it to Killian Berkery. That's what he does. Celia tries to get the ball. It looks like he's tripped up there. And they're going to say, hey, looks like you just fell on your own there.
Yeah, they're going to let him live down there. They're not going to give him that today, it looks like.
You know, it could go both ways to me. It did look like he maybe embellished a bit there, but...
Yeah, it was close. We'll see what happens throughout the day.
Yeah, you know, Celia, he may not be the tallest on the team, may not be the biggest, but the way he plays is just... Yeah, his heart, his passion in the game, you know. It will be a foul kick here for, or throw in here for Penncrest, excuse me, you know.
Maybe a substitution too.
Yeah. Don't know who exactly that is coming on, but nonetheless, it will be a throw in here for Anderson Lewis. Lewis plays the ball up towards Mason Deanna. Brendan Lawson has the ball. And the ball will be played back to Jack Pollock.
Yeah, Pulaski, a good header there to clear it towards the end.
And the ball is played just out of bounds there. It'll be a corner kick for Holy Ghost coming courtesy of the captain, Brendan Lawson. Lawson plays it towards the middle. A bad corner there as it goes straight to William Smedley. Ball's played up. Looks like Blaze Paul did get some action today. The Holy Ghost is on the transition as Pulaski has it towards the middle. Getting around one. He's pushed down. No call there.
Yeah, Pulaski might have got held there a little bit. Almost around the neck or shoulder area. But no call on the field.
Yeah, that would have been a great opportunity for Holy Ghost. You know, Pulaski with the ball like 20 yards away, you can almost guarantee him a goal there.
Yeah.
But Dan Salia has the ball, through ball here. They're going to call him offsides.
Yeah, it was, but Ghost has to keep it up on defense now. Can't hang their heads on that one.
It will be a kick here for Penncrest coming courtesy of Carlos. Looks like he'll play the ball up towards Aaron Roth with the header there. Lawson plays it, trying to get it towards Matt Cole. It's unsuccessful. As the ball will be played away. Here is Salia on the right side. Gets it up for Matt Cole. Cole trying to do anything, and that ball is just going to be cleared towards us.
Yeah, towards us.
Yeah, if only it had a little more power on it. But, you know, that's good for Holy Ghost. They'll have a throw in here with 20 minutes left to play in the first.
Yeah, right here near the goal. Let's see if they can pick one up towards the end of the first, as you said.
Ball is cleared away by Penncrest as Mason Deanna does get Ahead on that, it will be Blaze Paul in the midfield here. He plays up to Brendan Lawson. Looks like Lawson will play it back to Mason Deanna. It'll go to Pulaski. He's the lone attacker as he's heavily defended by number 24. That's Regan Campbell, and it looks like Campbell's going to have the best of him there as the ball's cleared away. But not for too long as Vinny Denise tries to get the ball away. And it'll be Aaron Roth taking the ball here. It looks like he's going to play it out off of Penncrest attacker. It'll be a throw-in for Holy Ghost.
Yeah, Pulaski has been able to keep the ball near the goal, trying to put it in one of these times to finish it off.
It will be a throw-in for Penncrest here. Courtesy of Cartless. Carlos plays it towards the middle.
Ghost trying to clear.
And that's what they do. It'll go on to William Smeedley here. Smeedley plays the ball far for Mason Deanna. Tries to get a head on that, but it's just played back. But here is Lawson as he plays it up for Matt Cole. Looks like he's just bodyguarded there by number 22, Ryan Gallagher.
Yeah, Ghost has been able to get it near the goal. Let's see if they can get a couple more shots on the goal here as we wind down here in the first half.
Smeedley the punt. Weak punt there. It looks like it's going to go straight to Blaze Paul, and he's going to try and play it for Matt Cole or Johnny Pulaski, but it's going to go straight on for Will Smeedley.
Yeah, it's almost like we're running the same play on repeat here. Keep hitting it towards the goalie and back on defense is Ghost.
Smeedley's had like 3 opportunities right in a row in the same minute there with the ball. We're going to call a foul on Holy Ghost there. It will be a kick courtesy, once again, of Carlos. Here is Blaze Paul. He'll play it up to Dan Celia. So they're trying to play with Carlos here and get the ball away. It's going to be forced towards the middle. Nate Cole tries to get a foot on that. That's what he does. It'll go to Blaze Paul, who springs it up for Pulaski. Pulaski seeing what he can do, but he looks like he's just upended a bit there. And it'll be Nicholas at Backstrom with the ball again here.
Yeah, Pulaski with a little bit of a confused look towards the ref there. Was looking for a call, didn't get it.
Ball played towards the middle. It looks like Aaron Roth's going to be able to clear that.
Yeah, the defense from Ghost might not be the cleanest, but they get it out of there. Let's see if they continue it here.
And that is going to go straight on the goal. Tyler Ong will score here. That's so unfortunate for Holy Ghost. 2 players right in the crease there, and it looks like it's just, there's no chance for Jack Pollock there.
Yeah, it just came down and not protecting right in front of the goal. They had everywhere else covered, but just a hole in the defense there a little bit.
That's unfortunate for Holy Ghost. That goal comes within 17 minutes of first half remaining. Here is Cole on the playback for Lawson. He's going to try and play it up for Pulaski, but that's going to go straight on to boot of Regan Campbell. Vinny Denise fighting for the ball here. It's going to go away. Brendan Lawson gets a nice cleat on that as he'll be played up for Matt Cole, but it is way too far. And that ball is cleared away.
Yeah, we've already seen multiple Firebird bodies on the ground. Don't seem to be getting too many calls though here.
Yeah, Holy Ghost probably not too happy right now. But the ball is played in the defensive end as Vincent Zamparelli clears the ball away. Here's Lawson getting ahead on it, trying to play it towards the middle. Blaze Paul makes a great leaping effort there as he'll get it up for a striker there. No hope there, but it looks like Brennan Lawson is down on the ground. This is not good. Seems to be a bit injured, the captain.
Yeah, he headed that ball, and I think he might have fell a little awkwardly onto a Penncrest player. We'll see what happens in this developing story.
Looks like he's still on the ground trying to get up. He's going to try and walk it off here.
It
He might
looks.
have to come off for a substitution.
Yeah, it looks right now like he might stay in the game, but we'll see what happens further.
Yeah, it looks like he's gonna come out. Holy Ghost has a player at the scoring table.
Yeah, it's right now. It's not looking too good for Lawson. Maybe just give him a couple minutes to rest that. I don't know if it's his ankle or his knee, but we'll see what
I know he had
happens.
an ankle injury previously, so we'll have to see what it is. But nonetheless, here is Pulaski on the kick. The shot on goal, punched away by the keeper Smeedley there. What a great opportunity, but it'll be a corner for Holy Ghost.
Yeah, a little bit of a upwards punch there to get the ball out of the goal. Good shot by Pulaski. They still got a chance to punch it in. Let's see if they can.
Looks like Lawson's gonna come off the field here. Quite unfortunate for Holy Ghost. It'll be Owen Hanrahan coming on for him.
Penncrest will make a couple substitutions as well.
Looks like Douglas Kinner, the sophomore, is gonna come back on. Here is Pulaski on the corner. He plays it. Keeper gets a hand on it, and it'll be cleared away. Not if Owen Hanrahan has anything to say as he gets the ball around. No foul called when he's pushed down. And the ball is going to go straight towards Penncrest possession. Looks like Salia gets the ball back. He puts a shot on goal off the head of Carlos. Pulaski has the ball here. Plays around one defender. On another. A shot. What a goal! Johnny Pulaski.
Yeah, they had
Beautiful.
two shots fired, and then Pulaski finishes it. The lone attacker said earlier he's been playing great all game.
What Pulaski just did right there was insane. 3 defenders on him, fools all 3 of them, and gets an open, clear shot on goal. Pulaski has 2 today. What a goal for Holy Ghost. That's what they needed. 2-1.
Penncrest has been rushing to the ball all game. Pulaski just able to capitalize a little bit before they got there. A big strike from him.
You know, coming from last game 0-0, we already have 3 goals in this first half with some change to play. There will be some substitutions on the field as it looks like Aaron Roth is going to come off for Adrian Calderon on the right back.
Yeah, 2-1 with nearly exactly 14 minutes to play here in the first half.
And the ball played by Penncrest is out of play. It'll be a throw-in for Holy Ghost here. Calderon throws it in, trying to get it towards Matt Cole. And it looks like the ball is going to be out again. Another throw-in for Ghost.
The Firebirds heave it down.
Good throw there, but looks like it's going to get towards Pulaski again. He has a shot here. He plays it on goal. Great save there by the keeper.
That's the guy you want getting shots on goal, Pulaski. You want him to get as many shots on goal as you can because one of them is eventually going to go in.
Yeah, exactly. You know, he's played really good. You know, he could be going for the hat trick. You know, 2 goals already.
A hat trick would be great heading into the playoffs here for the Firebirds.
Here is a kick here by that appears to be Carlos once again. Punt here by Jack Pollock will be played. Trying to get towards Matt Cole. Just going to go a little wide of him. Zimbrelli, the step up there. He'll get it to Salia. Salia, the centering. It looks like it's going to go off of Carlos. It'll be another corner for Holy Ghost.
Yeah, good idea by Salia. Just couldn't execute towards the end. Wasn't enough players towards the middle. Good defense by Penncrest.
It looks like it was going to be a corner for Holy Ghost, I thought, as it came off of Carlos. Looks like I saw that wrong, but it looks like some of the starters will come back onto the game. Jaden Torres, Tommy Walsh, Colin McGinn. These players coming back onto the game for Ghost.
Yeah, Lawson still appears to be on the bench dealing with that injury, though.
Yeah, it's not good for Holy Ghost. He's been nursing injuries all year. But here is Hanrahan trying to see what he can do, but it's cleared by Carlos. Matt Cole has the ball, plays it back for Calderon, and it's flung onto Smeedley.
Not a bad idea there by Ghost. Just got to apply a little bit more pressure to that goal.
Ball played by Matt Cole there. It'll go up to Walsh. Walsh plays to Hanrahan. Hanrahan up for Pulaski, and it's just going to be chipped away there by Penncrest. But it looks like Jaden Torres does get a toe on that, as he'll get it to Calderon. Calderon trying to see what he can do. Near the end line, it's going to be out of play, and Calderon's going to run into the netting there.
Yeah, great speed by Calderon. Just not enough against two Penncrest defenders.
Looks like there will be some players coming off for Penncrest here. They're going to make a substitution, as looks to be Owen Hayen coming into the game for the first time. Here's Carlos on the kick here. You know, I feel like I've said Carlos around like 30 to 40 times this game.
Yeah, his name keeps coming up, you know. Just gotta follow him.
He's been all over, you know, taking the 6 kicks, corner kicks, everything. He's been up on offense. He's been all over the field, you know. Great player for Penncrest today. Here is Colin McGinn. He'll play it up for Pulowski. Pulowski plays it towards the middle for Tommy Walsh, just a little too far ahead of him. That ball will be...
Yeah, as you said earlier, Carlos and Ong towards the first half were Penncrest two main players. Ghost just got to keep eyes on them.
Smedley did play it up there, but Holy Ghost regains possession. Ball played for Pulowski's a little too hit hard by McGinn there. But it will be a 6 kick here with 10 minutes left to play.
Ghost with the lead right now, trying to keep it intact.
Ball played. That looks to be Zamparelli on the back end trying to play somewhere there. It looks like he's just going to clear it away. It looks like he's upended a bit there. He appears to be down. Hopefully he's all right, and they're going to call a 6 kick for Holy Ghost.
Yeah, a little bit of action in the corner down there. Both players down, and as you said, it will be a kick for the Firebirds.
I did say 6 kick, but excuse me, it looks like they will call a foul on that play. It will be a foul kick here as Mason Deanna takes it. I'll try and get it towards Matt Cole. Cole has it. Reviewing his option, looks like he's just going to play it up to Torres. It goes just a bit by Carlos, the defender there.
Yeah, it looks like a little bit of a misunderstanding there between Ghost, and it'll go out at the corner.
Some more substitutions coming onto the field for Penncrest. Here is a throw in here by Carlos. Carlos over to Ong. Ong plays it towards the middle for Pulowski. Seeing his options, going to try and keep it. That's what he does. Hanrahan going for a header. It looks like the ball is just going to dribble away to Nicholas Backstrom.
Yeah, Penncrest trying to clear it out here. It comes back into the possession of the Firebirds.
Here is Torres with the ball. Torres trying to see what he can do. Collides with the player there. There's going to be no call. McGinn has it. Looks like there's some confusion. They're going to call a foul on Holy Ghost there. Weird call there.
Yeah, right before that I was about to say not too many calls have been made, but what do you know?
Ball played here towards the middle. Mason Deanna is going to be able to clear it there.
Back and forth there between Penncrest and Ghost here, and
yeah, definitely some back and forth action there. As here is Adrian Calderon trying to get the ball away.
It looked like Penncrest was gaining some momentum there, but then Ghost just came back with their so far pretty stellar defense and got it back.
It will be a kick here, courtesy of Mason Deanna. Deanna has the ball, looking like he's going to be taking the kick here with 7 minutes left to play. Deanna kicks it towards the middle for Cole. Cole leaves it for Hanrahan. He gets it back, plays it to Calderon. Calderon trying to play it up. Looks like Carlos is going to try and play the ball. He fans on it there, but it's going to be cleared out by Penncrest Tyler Ong.
Yeah, Penncrest goalie has been very vocal today.
Yeah, we can hear him from
even before the game, he was screaming a little bit. There, he was seeming to be yelling at them to communicate or talk between who had the ball.
Yeah, there was some miscommunication there on the back end by Carlos. But it will be a kick here for Penncrest. Here is Torres. Seeing what he can do. Trying to get around Carlos, but heavy defender there. It looks like the ball will go to Penncrest. And that ball will be played out off deflection.
Yeah, between all the plays here today, Ghost might not be the biggest team, but we see a ton of heart from this Firebird squad.
Carlos on the throw in here. Carlos gets it towards the middle, trying to get Ong. That's what he'll do. He'll get it. Aaron Roth intercepts it. Over to Walsh. Back towards the middle for McGinn. Walsh again. Gets upended, but it looks like it's going to be Johnny Pulaski on the ball once again.
Yeah, we see Walsh for one of the first times since the beginning of the first half, and immediately is making an impact.
Here is Samaki with the ball. 4 minutes and 30 seconds left to play in this first half. Samaki trying to defend his guy. It'll be played towards the middle. Mason had a good play there to save the ball. Here is Pulaski seeing what he can do. But the ball is just going to be cleared. Looks like they're going to call a foul on Holy Ghost here for an unknown reason.
Yeah, we wind down just about 4 minutes here as Ghost is on defense as they lead it still 2-1.
This will be a kick here by Penncrest. Defender plays it towards the middle. Header there by Mason Deanna. Deanna will try and play it away. That's what he's going to do for the moment. As Nate Cole gets the ball away, he stumbles a bit there, but he looks like he's going to play a through ball for Johnny Pulaski. Pulaski has a lot of room here. Not heavily defended. He's going to try and get the ball to Tommy Walsh, but it goes right into the cleats of number 22, Ryan Gallagher.
Yeah, pretty clear opportunity for Ghost there, and Pulaski had a chance. He passed it off, and just good defense by Penncrest.
Here is Nate Cole. He'll play it to McGinn. Over for Samaki. And the ball will just be played back towards Holy Ghost own territory. Penncrest is putting up a fight here, though, as the ball will be cleared out, and they're going to call a throw-in for Penncrest.
Yeah, that's the second time two players from both teams have fallen in that corner. I'm not sure what's going on as we see Ghost trying to clear it out.
Ball was directly in the middle there, Not what Holy Ghost wanted to see, but looks like it'll be a far throw-in here for Penncrest. Ball trying to be played towards the middle. Looks like it's going to go to Walsh. Back to call, back to Walsh. Pinball back and forth right here. As Walsh will see what he can do. Plays it up for Pulaski. Pulaski trying to get around one. That's what he does. Trying to get towards the middle for Walsh, and that's going to go straight into Smedley there. He bobbles it a bit, but everything is A-OK as the ball will be caught in his gloves there.
Yeah, bobbled around, almost got a little lucky there. Did the Firebirds, but not lucky enough to get it in the net.
Looks like Calderon will play that ball up. No one there for Holy Ghost. Here is McGinn. And he'll play it away.
Yeah, Ghost, it looks like they have two substitutions coming in here in the first half.
Be a throw in here. As Walsh will get the ball. He'll play it to Pulaski. back over to Walsh, has some room, and the ball's just cleared out. It'll be a corner for Holy Ghost.
Yeah, we'll see. Holy Ghost just keeping the pressure on. I mean, all day they've done it, and we've only had about 40 minutes of gameplay, so we'll see in the next 40 how they keep the pressure on.
Looks like they're going to have Aaron Roth take this corner here. It usually would be Brendan Lawson, but with Lawson being out right now, looks like it'll be Aaron Roth.
Yeah, I think we... Oh!
Ball played towards the middle. Killian Berkery gets ahead on it. What a goal there.
Yeah, another one for Ghost. That'll give them a 2-score lead heading into the half here. That's huge for the win to, try to advance after this into the playoffs.
Yeah, with only 43 seconds remaining in the first half, that's a great goal to be able to score there. Great cross in there from Roth over to Killian Berkery, who'll get his first on the year. That's great to see.
Yeah, good header. A lot of confusion down there in front of the goal, and just snuck by number 22, the goalie.
Ball played. It looks like Denise is going to get his head on that, seeing what he can do. A little skirmish in the corner there. It looks like it's going to be played out by the Penncrest right winger.
Yeah, just under 30 seconds here. Let's see if Ghost can maybe steal another one right for the half.
Looks like they're going to be on the transition here. McGinn will get up to Torres with 15 seconds remaining. Torres gets around one. Torres centers it towards the middle. Too much steam on it. It'll be out of play as the time winds down. 5 seconds left. It looks like we will be ending here with the score of 3-1. Firebirds over Penncrest. Great first half thus far.
Yeah, a very efficient and effective first half for the Firebirds. 3-1 lead. Let's see if they can continue to tack on here in the second half.
We will see you when the second half returns. All right, sorry. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the DAC, as Holy Ghost Prep is currently leading the Penncrest Lions 3-1. It's been a great game, so far, as we did have a bit of a delay starting this half. And your thoughts on the first half?
Yeah, 40 more minutes of hopefully good soccer by Holy Ghost Prep. They kept it on, as I've repeatedly said. They just keep putting pressure on the Penncrest defense, and let's see if they can do it for 40 more minutes. They have a 2-goal lead. Let's see if they can tack on a couple more and keep Penncrest to just 1.
Holy Ghost begins with a tap this half. For Holy Ghost, you have Egan's, Ruppersberger, Matt Cole, Dan Celia, Jack Walsh, Killian Berkery, Colin McGinn, Vincent Zamparelli, Jacob Samaki, Aaron Roth, and Mason Deanna. But of course, Jack Pollock in net. Holy Ghost trying to start something up here as the sun starts to set in over the field.
Yeah, sunset's in here. It gives a pretty nice view.
Yeah, some shadows though, especially on the right side of the field.
Yeah, definitely for Jack Pollock over there. A couple shadows are setting in on that side of the field.
But the ball is being played here by Nicholas Backstrom, as he'll clear the ball away. He's thrown there, gets it to Mason Deanna, he'll get a head on it, and this time he'll get a boot on it as he plays it up for Jack Walsh. Walsh tries to play it through for Cole, but it'll go to Zamparelli. Egan Ruppersberger tries to play the ball there, but it sneaks up on his cleat there. It'll be out of play.
Yeah, Ghost going a little deep here, getting some guys some time with a little bit of a lead. Let's see what they can do. Let's see how they showcase their talents.
Here is a throw in. Number 19, Kinner has it. He plays it through the middle for number 20. That's Anderson Lewis, but he's upended. He's still down on the ground. But Roth is playing on his man here. He'll get it up to Celia. Celia across the middle for Walsh. Celia retains the ball. He knocks down his defender. No foul there. Matt Cole plays it up. Egan trying to get to the ball. Too much power. That's going to be cleared away. We'll go to the opposite side to Luke Marino. Egan trying to apply pressure. Zamparelli has it. Gets it to Berkery. Nice shifty play there as he tries to get it back up for Matt Cole.
Yeah, Cole's been playing a lot today. He's been doing really well on the defensive end. Let's see if we can keep it up.
Here is Zamparelli. Pushes his defender down. They're not going to call anything. His hands were up the entire time. And the ball will be cleared away. Throw in for Holy Ghost.
Maybe a little bit of a flop there by a defender. But overall, no call. So
looks like it will be a Holy Ghost throw-in for Vincent Zamparelli here. No ball boy now, so Zamparelli has to chase the ball all the way back on the track area there. Far throw in here for Zamparelli. Throw in. Gets it to Walsh. Walsh sends it towards the middle, but that's just booted away by Carlos.
Yeah.
Excuse me, Ang.
Yeah, overall, so far, Ghost has played really well today, as I said at the start of the second half. Just good defense and continuing to put shots on net.
Ball played towards the other side. Here is Ang. Ang lifts to his left winger here. Egan stepping up there, gets the ball away. It'll be Holy Ghost ball. Not if Ang has anything to say, so he'll get the ball away. Center towards the middle. And that's just cleared all the way towards the other side.
Yeah, an opportunity there for Penncrest, but good defense there by the Firebirds.
Looks like there's going to be a foul called here. on Penncrest, so it'll be a a kick here for Holy Ghost. Or they're actually going to call it a throw-in off the fail. Straight towards Marino. And that ball's kicked away by McGinn. Walsh on the pursuit of his defender. McGinn seeing what he can do, but that ball is just going to be cleared into Holy Ghost defensive zone. Zamparelli will kick it away.
Multiple throw-ins here on Ghost side of the field. They got to try to get a couple clears here.
Still to note, no Brendan Lawson on the field yet.
Yeah, I was going to say something about that earlier. Maybe with a little bit of a lead.
You'll leave him out?
Yeah, letting him
rest.
Yeah, rest a little bit with that injury is not the worst thing that could happen heading in, with the playoffs in just a couple of games.
Exactly. The playoffs do begin on October 22nd. So, as we've been saying, a key theme, we need Holy Ghost to win to try and get that home field advantage. They did have it last year. Electric atmosphere, you can only imagine, only ramps up every year.
Yeah, the atmosphere, I think, would be quite crazy. Yeah.
We weren't there last year, but
yeah,
you can only imagine. Nonetheless, Salia gets it past his defender. Salia has room, has time, plays it towards the middle for Walsh. The little brother Walsh, Jack. Here's Marino as the ball was cleared to him. Looks like he's just going to continue that as the ball will be passed towards the other side, away from any danger.
Yeah, a little bit of a Walsh duo here. The two brothers both getting time in this game. That's pretty cool to see.
Of course it is. Looks to be a tackle there, and midfielder is down for Penncrest. He is not moving. Hopefully everything's okay there.
Yeah, that didn't look too good. Hands on the head, lying, was face down for a couple seconds there. Ref comes over to check on him.
Don't know exactly who that is. We'll get back to you on.
Yeah, I can't tell by the number on the back of the jersey. We'll see.
Looks to be Nicholas Backstrom. That's not good, as he's been a key player on the team so far through the game. Hopefully everything's okay. Looks like he's holding his head there, Always not good to see stuff with the head and concussions and all that.
His name's been called a lot today, and now both teams have injuries dealt to pretty big players and pretty impact players of their team. The trainer looks to be taking them back just to check on them. We'll check on that developing story a little bit later.
Hopefully all is good. It will be a Holy Ghost ball as Jack Walsh sees what he can do, but it's just going to be cleared away. And Penncrest ball as they kick it up towards the middle of the field. Here's Berkery. He's going to try to get it to Egan Rupersberger, but it's deflected out of play by Regan Campbell. Here is Zamparelli on the offensive throw-in. He tries to get to Cole. That's what he does to Walsh, and they're going to call an offside there. Holy Ghost, not too thrilled with that call. But at the end of the day, that's what the ref's going to call, and that's what's going to stand.
Yeah, you've seen at least two players' hands go directly up. Not directly in questioning the call, just...
maybe frustration.
Yeah, frustration. Can't let that happen too many times, or it's going to end up costing you.
Holy Ghost just needs to play some good defense to end this half, as Penncrest is starting some offensive transition here, but it's going to be Jack Pollock getting the ball easily there. Another fumble there by Penncrest player looking for a call. Seems to be pretty angered right now.
Yeah, it was just good defense by Ghost trying to get a quick one, but the ref didn't give it to him in the end.
Pollock did play that ball up. McGinn has it, plays it for Egan Ruperberger. Egan over to Zamp, back up to Egan, just going to be out of his reach. That's going to be flung back straight to Zamparelli. He gets one touch on it, gets two, plays it up. He's appended there, no call. Egan seeing what he can do, crosses it towards the middle, trying to get to Salia, but that's going to be wide. Salia trying to get around his defender, he's unable to, and that ball is just cleared away. And it looks like it will be a 6 kick for Smedley and Penncrest Lions.
Yeah, we've seen the goalie for Penncrest, Smedley. He's been throwing the ball a lot today. It looks like he might try to take a boot on this one.
Now it looks like we do have a substitution. Killian Berkery and Colin McGinn will be coming off for Vincent Denise, and looks to be Owen Hanrahan as he straight gets into action there. Him and Denise both do. As Celia has the ball, gets it back to Denise, back up to Celia for Hanrahan. Just a little behind the ball there, and it's going to be out. It'll be a 6 kick.
Yeah,
Penncrest.
Overall, Denise has played pretty well today. You don't have to be an impact scorer like Pulowski to necessarily contribute. He played good defensively and getting the ball to his teammates on offense.
I would completely agree with you there. And there's another substitution as Matt Cole comes off for Blaze Paulus. He gets into the action here, plays it to Egan Ruppersberger. Has a chance here. Egan gets past one of his defenders. He gets past the second, but ball is defended away. And Hanrahan's pushed, and there will be a call there. Holy Ghost has a fail kick here from a good prime position. It looks like they're going to give it to Ruppersberger, or they're going to actually hand it off to Aaron Roth coming all the way from the right side of the field.
Yeah, a lot of contact down there. It was a little bit confusing seeing who was going to, but
looks
overall,
like they want Vincent to take this kick here. Some yelling from the Holy Ghost bench.
Yeah.
Going to make Aaron come back. Zamparelli plays it towards the middle. A shot. He scores! What a goal goes off of a player for Penncrest. Looks like it did tip off Dan Celia there. Great call there from Holy Ghost bench as they were telling Zamparelli, let him hit it.
Yeah, a last second switch there led to another goal for Ghost. The scoreboard says 8-1 right now. I think it's a little bit closer to 4-1 as we wind down on just under 10 minutes played here in the second half. Another big one for the Firebirds.
Yeah, so the scoreboard is messed up. It is 4-1 right now, but Holy Ghost really dominating this game. This is the kind of win they need after the defeating 0-0 tie. And there will be a foul on Holy Ghost there. It'll be a foul kick for Penncrest.
Yeah, the Ghost side vocal once again. I couldn't really pick up on what they were saying, but the last call worked out, so I think listening to them would be a pretty good idea.
Kick here from Carlos. Played up. And it'll be Samaki clearing that ball away. And it looks like it's just going to go out of play off Marino. He is not happy, as you can hear him angrily yell.
Yeah, a little bit of frustration there. You saw the hand punch straight down. He's got to try to get it back, though. We'll see what Ghost does here as they get the ball towards the other zone.
Here is Hanrahan as he has the ball. Played over. Samaki has it. Keeping the ball on his cleat there, but it's stolen away as he tried to pass it to Aaron Roth. Roth pushes his player down out of frustration. It appears that it'll be a foul kick here.
Yeah, that was a little blatant, but Ghost is just got to play defense here. Got to stay away from the cheap fouls. Yeah.
Here is the kick. Looks like it'll be on the kick. Number 8, Gabe Parker. With 28 minutes remaining in the second half here, or in the entire game. Bit of a delay here, seeing what's going on. Here will be Parker taking the kick. Plays it towards the middle for one of his players there, but a nice header there by Blaze Paul as he goes down to the ground to get the ball away. It'll be cleared by Holy Ghost out of play.
Great defense there with the header and then the clear. It'll force Penncrest to reset. And let's see what they do here.
Ball thrown in. Hanrahan gets a head on it, and Egan Ruppersberger will play the ball out for Jack Walsh. Walsh gets around one of his defenders. Gets smothered here, but he's going to play it Tried to play it towards the middle for Blaze Paul, but he's upended there. Samaki plays the ball away. Looks like Vincent Zamparelli will kick it out, and it'll be a throw-in once again for Marino here. Blaze Paul, another head on it. Get it to Roth. Salia. Seeing what he can do. He'll get it. Some contact in the midfield. They both go down. Foul's going to be on Salia. Doesn't love that call there. I don't love it either, but...
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. 4-1.
Not much urgency
Yeah.
for Holy Ghost right now.
Just trying to protect the lead. Maybe add another one if they get the opportunity. But right now, it's just protecting the goal from Pollock.
Ball played towards the middle, and that is shot just wide by Brady Donaghy. You know, he did not seem too happy as he flabbered his arms around. Looks like we are going to have Aiden McKenna coming into the game for Jack Walsh here. You know, don't see Aiden McKenna too much, but when he does get on, you know, it's fun to watch.
Yeah, Ghost giving some players some opportunities here. That is a good sign because they get to showcase, you know,
some
their talents.
Skill, you know?
Yeah.
And help their stock in the system, you know, go up a bit. Nonetheless.
And again, Ghost does have a lot of young players. We see Penncrest has a lot of juniors and seniors, and so does Ghost, but Ghost does carry even a couple of freshmen I've seen on the roster.
Yeah, Ghost does have one freshman in Joel Guerrero who is currently serving a suspension right now for the altercation that occurred last game. But nonetheless, you know, Holy Ghost, they have two sophomores on their team, and I know because I'm a sophomore, and there are a lot of kids in my grade especially who can play at this varsity level and do some great things there. You know, I'm excited to watch this organization grow into something that's great because, you know, you weren't here last year, George, but our team was really good last year, and, you know, hopefully we can keep that up.
Yeah, so far I'm seeing a young fiery squad that's ready to compete and make some waves in the playoffs here upcoming in the next couple weeks.
Yes, definitely. Here's McKenna as he draws a foul there. It'll be a foul kick for Holy Ghost. Or excuse me, a free kick for Holy Ghost. Here is Deanna.
Yeah, Deanna with the knee brace there.
Yeah, he has had some struggles with his ACL, especially him playing lacrosse too.
Yeah.
I know he sprained it. He tore it last year. I was playing lacrosse with him actually, and, you know, not good to see. But hopefully he's, you know, gonna stay strong throughout the entire rest of the season.
Yeah, he's competed well today. I mean, he's gotten the ball a lot and he's capitalized on most of his opportunities.
Yep. The ball is played to Smedley there. And he's gonna throw it right straight to Luke Marino. Marino gets it up, but that's gonna be Samaki who'll get the ball away. Denise, a foot on it. Some back and forth here, some bouncing around, but the ball will go over to the left side for Penncrest. Play towards the middle. Denise gets the ball out. He'll play it to Walsh. Walsh tries to get it up. He gets around his defender. It's unavailable to get it forward as the ball is played straight to Penncrest.
Yeah, Ghost just... Oh, we have little contact there. I'm not sure who the call is on. I don't know if you caught that.
Yeah, I saw. It looked to be Aiden McKenna. It looks like he might have tripped. I saw him trip quite a few times already. I don't know if there's something wrong with the turf or his cleat, but he did just kind of tumble into his defender there, yeah.
Yeah, Ghost has just denied nearly every opportunity that Penncrest has had today, and they continue to, as we have just under 23 minutes here left in the second half.
Is a throw in here for Marino. As we've seen quite a few times so far. Marino gets it towards the middle. Looks like John Kensick has came into the game, you know. Definitely don't see him too often, but good to see him getting some action here.
Yeah, that was a pretty good boot. So far, he's only been in the game a little bit, but he's already showcasing what he's got a little bit.
Also appear to have Nick Graff coming into the game, you know. Some players, Aiden McKenna, Nick Graff, John Kenzie, you don't see way too often, but, you know, it's good seeing them get a chance.
Yeah, we talked about it earlier. Ghost just has so much depth. Their starters haven't even really played that much this game, and they have a 4-1 lead right now.
Yeah.
So.
The starters did help them a lot in the first half to get those goals. You know, some of the depth players have provided goals as well, but Holy Ghost just being able to show some of their, you know, their depth, and, you know, this team can be deadly when the playoffs does roll around.
It looks like Jack Pollock is getting ready here. He will boot it away.
Yes, he does, as he lifts it for Nick Graff there, but it just gets thrown away, and Vinny Denise is just going to throw his body into Tyler Ong there. It'll be a free kick for Penncrest.
Yeah, that was straight shoulder-to-shoulder action. Planted him right in the ground. It'll be a Penncrest kick here.
On the kick, over towards the middle. Zamparelli gets a foot on that as Egan Rupersberger goes start the offensive transition. Here is Aiden McKenna. He has the ball. Egan Rupersberger has a chance here. Rupersberger one-on-one with Smedley, and it's going to be saved. Ball rolls out a bit, and they're trying to score. No goal. They're going to call a penalty kick here for Holy Ghost.
Yeah, the bench is going crazy, and as they should be, a breakaway for one of their guys who doesn't usually get much time. They're rooting their fellow teammates on.
Look like they're going to give the penalty to Aiden McKenna here. You know, penalty, one-on-one action with the keeper. Great chance to score. Holy Ghost could go up 5-1 here with 20 minutes remaining in this game.
Ghost trying to extend the lead.
Here is McKenna on the penalty. McKenna the shot. It is saved. What a save by Smedley there to protect where McKenna was going to go. That's quite unfortunate as he was so close to scoring a goal.
Yeah, unlucky for Ghost. A good save by Smedley. You can't deny it. Let's see if they can capitalize again.
Smedley throws it up. There's Samaki trying to intercept it. But Zamparelli's just going to block him off there. It'll be a throw-in for Holy Ghost.
Ghost on the offensive once again. See what they can do this time.
Ball thrown in.
Ghost trying to protect the lead here. They're up by 3 goals.
Here is Denise. Plays it towards the middle, and that ball's cleared away.
It's kicked over that Penncrest way, and you see all game, all the players on the bench have been standing up.
Quite a weird thing to see is, you know, probably legs hurt at this point. You know, you usually want to rest them during, like, soccer, but we'll see. But it is a throw-in here for Penncrest. Nick Graff seeing what he can do. John Kenzie gets the ball in the middle of the field. DK gets it, and the ball played. It's offsides for Egan Rupersberger. Here is Ong with the ball. Ong plays it towards the middle. Gets it. Trying to play it for, looks to be number 9 there, Henry Gilbert. Henry Gilbert's pretty short. Yeah, that's a quite odd thing to see, you know. He looks to be one of the shortest guys on the field here, but he looks to be one of the fastest as well.
He is flying around the field. He was all the way close to down here by the goalkeeper, and then he got right back to midfield in the blink of an eye.
Yeah. Very impressive out of him as he is trailing behind Jacob Samaki, almost getting the ball there. Kenza gets the ball over to Paul. Over to Ian Ruper. They're going to call him offsides once again.
Yeah, trying to get a quick one here, but he's got called both times. Got to be careful on that offsides call.
Will be a free kick here for Penncrest as the ball is played towards the midfield for Vincent Zamparelli. He gets it. Blaze Paul puts a volley up in the air. Ong lifts it ahead for Denise. Back over to Paul. Great tackle there. Is Blaze Paul trying to see what he can do there. Looks like he's going to try and take the ball again, you know. One person I've seen this game has been very good is Blaze Paul. I feel like he's just been all over the field, and you know, he's a junior, doesn't always play, doesn't always start, doesn't come in, but you know, he's played this game and he's played really well.
Yeah, you've called his name a lot. I mean, Ghost coaching staff must have seen something from the beginning because he got in there pretty early for what he usually does, and he's just been an impact player throughout the game.
He definitely has been. And here is Mason Deanna as Vincent Zamparelli. He'll play it up over towards Ong. Ong lofting it in, and Jack Pollock will grab it easy.
Pollock goes with a roll here.
He played it up to Denise, but he's stripped of it, as it'll be Penncrest with the ball again, trying to go on the offense. Marino, he'll play it back to his defender.
Yeah, as you see for Ghost, you know, every player is hustling and has heart. There's no one not trying out there.
Here is Deanna trying to step up on the ball there. It's unsuccessful as Penncrest will continue their offensive effort. But it looks like they're going to let the ball go out and they're going to call a goal kick. Great call there for Holy Ghost.
Yeah, it looks like number 22, Ryan Gallagher. That's about the second time. He's a little frustrated with the refs there, but we'll see. Holy Ghost trying to continue their offensive streak here.
Kick there by Mason Deanna as he plays it up through the midfield, trying to spark something for Holy Ghost. Looks like a Penncrest defender is just going to fall down. And here is Zamparelli as he throws it in for Egan Rupersberger. Back to Zamparelli. Zamparelli, he plays it over to Egan Rupersberger. Ball on the left side of the pitch. It's given up for Deanna. He'll get it towards the middle for Hanran. Just a little too much steam on it, though.
Yeah, Ghost trying to hold on for about 15 more minutes here with their 4-1 lead. Penncrest advancing a little bit on the Ghost defense so far, but that ball will just be kicked out.
To throw in here for Holy Ghost. Denise plays it, trying to get to Griffin. It's just going to go off his cleat out of bounds. Ball thrown here. Aiden McKenna gets the ball. It'll be played back as Vincent Zamparelli lets the ball go out. It'll be a throw-in for Holy Ghost.
Penncrest trying to muster up anything they can to get even a shot on goal here. And but the defense for Ghost and Jack Pollock has been great today.
Zamparelli has the ball. Looks like when he throws it in, it got cleared out once again. As Zamparelli, he'll throw the ball in. Get it to Denise. Denise gives up the ball, but it will go back on for Mason Deanna as he'll play it over to Kenzik, who'll play it away. Looks like the ball's going to come in here on Jack Pollock.
Yeah, it looks like Ghost has implemented a little bit of a defensive tactic here. Not too much going on offensively.
Ball played ahead for Holy Ghost. Here's Egan Rupersberger trying to get an opportunity. He'll play it off to Hanran. Back to Egan. Egan playing around. He'll play it back to Paul. Plays Paul back up to Egan. Egan towards the middle. Deflects off of a defender onto goal for Smedley, and he'll play it up, and away. Here is Denise. He'll play it back up for Smedley, and he'll go back in on goal.
Yeah, Smedley, although he has given up a couple goals today, he's played pretty well here in the second half. You got to give it to him.
Only 12 minutes, 20 seconds left to play. Denise plays it through the midfield for Hannaran. Hannaran plays it to Kenzik, back to Hannaran, and that ball's cleared away, and it'll go just shy of the Forest. It'll be a throw-in for Penncrest.
Yeah, we've already seen one go in there. Almost the second one there.
Excuse me, a throw-in for Holy Ghost. As some substitutions came on the field, looks like Vinny Denise is going to come out for Jack Walsh.
Yeah, again, we haven't seen Lawson, and I think with the lead, they're just going to continue to sit him, it looks like, towards the end of the game.
Ball is played through for number 23. That's Lazarus Palmer. It looks like he's just going to be offsides there. Here is McKenna. He plays it to the Penncrest defender. Penncrest still has tension of the ball. They play up through the midfield as Jack Walsh appears to take down his defender, and they're going to call that a foul.
Yeah, the Penncrest defender quickly got up. A little bit of contact there, but nothing much of it.
Here is a free kick for Ong.
Yeah, Ong once again, as I said earlier, a very big player in this game for Penncrest. Let's see what he can do here.
Ong plays it in straight on to Pollock. He'll have some time.
Yeah, we talked about him before the game, but Pollock's been very effective today, living up to the little bit of hype we gave him for the game.
Pollock plays it ahead to Egan Ruppersberger. Ian plays it to Zamparelli. He'll play it up out of bounds, though. It'll be thrown for Penncrest as we enter within the final 10 minutes of the game. Looks like we may have McGrogan coming into the game here.
Couple substitutions for Penncrest also.
I see McGrogan, the keeper, the backup, might be coming in. You know, don't usually see him as Nate Cole is injured. He's usually the backup. This is the third string. Jack Pollock maybe giving him some rest. He's getting his gloves on. It also looks like Johnny Plassey's going to come on for, it appears to be, Vincent Zamparelli.
Yeah, just getting some guys some rest and some guys some playing time here are the Firebirds as we wind down, as you said, in the last 10 minutes.
And it looks like there's going to be a foul called. And it looks like it was Owen Hannaran who was upended. Here is Pulaski with the ball. He'll play it. Seeing what he can do. It looks like it's just going to go out of bounds. He'll be thrown here for Holy Ghost.
And just a couple of seconds ago, there was some commotion on the Firebird bench. And here comes McGrogan in at goalie for Jack Pollock.
Here is McGrogan coming into the game for Jack Pollock with under 8 minutes left to play. Great sight to see here.
A lot of cheers from the bench of the Firebirds, and well deserved here as the Firebirds still have a 4-1 lead.
Yeah, 4-1 leads as we have 8 minutes left. You know, it's been a great game so far. Hopefully we can end this off on a great note.
Yeah, overall well-rounded play from the Firebirds. As they try to hold on their lead to get to 7-6-1.
Ball played. Here's Johnny Pulaski. Pulaski will play it towards the middle for Walsh will play it, but that ball is well wide of the net. It will be Smedley with a 6 kick.
Yeah, 7:30 to go here as we wind down in the second half. McGrogan, though, has had a little action, as it looks like there's a little bit of commotion at the midfield.
Kensick has the ball. He'll play it. Bit of commotion here in the midfield. Looks like Penncrest is going to emerge with it as the wind starts to come in. It's chilly here at the deck on this October 10th day. It's Friday. Samaki has the ball here. Looks like number 23 is going to have an opportunity here on goal, but McGrogan's going to scoop up the ball there, pushes the defender down, and there's McGrogan. He punts it past the midfield, a strong kick there. He'll get it to Aiden McKenna.
Yeah, I didn't seem too pleased with that defender trying to take the ball from him as Ghost punts it away.
Here is Jack Walsh.
Oh, there's a little bit of holding going on by Penncrest.
No call.
Nothing called,
At this point in the game.
Yeah, the refs kind of letting it play out, which is fine, understandable.
Here is Pulaski with the ball here, gets around one, plays it for Aiden McKenna, and that ball is going to be cleared away.
Yeah, the couple kicks on goal, for Ghost today that haven't gone in the net, just like a little bit more elevation. But so far, they've played really well, as you said.
Here is Pulaski, seeing what he can do. Gets around one, trying to dance around his defender, and they're going to call a foul on Pulaski himself there.
Yeah, we see Pulaski come back into the game a couple minutes ago for the first time in a little bit.
Yeah, he started off the game, scored his 2 goals, and they just took him off to rest him a bit.
Yeah, just scored a quick 2, then took his rest, and he comes back on as we wind down on 5 minutes here.
Here is Penncrest seeing anything they can do. There's Samaki, he'll play it away. Kensick played to Samaki. Samaki over to Egan Drupersberger. Back to Samaki. Samaki towards Hannaran. Hannaran up towards Johnny Pulaski. Pulaski going around, trying to see what he can do. He gets around multiple defenders and he's slide tackled there. Ball is cleared away by Penncrest.
Yeah, Penncrest did end up getting it there, but a couple good moves, good signs from Pulaski.
The ball's played here, and it looks like Blaze Paul's going to clear that one. Holy Ghost bench is hyped. Everyone's standing.
Yeah, everyone's standing, hyped for this. For the end of this game here. All the starters, I think, have officially come out, so they're rooting on their teammates.
Yep. Rooting on the players who don't always play as much. It's great to see as Penncrest has a throw in here with under 4 minutes left to play. Holy Ghost is up 4-0. Macy Dana shoots the ball through. He'll get it to Aiden McKenna, but it's cleared over to Penncrest. Ball played, shot. Here's Mason Deanna. He'll play it up towards the middle. The ball's going to go out of play here. It'll be a 6 kick for Holy Ghost.
Yeah, as I said, they just, in the second half, it's been a lot of defense. Just trying to protect the lead towards the end of the game here. Ball
played by Mason Deanna here. He'll get it to Aiden McKenna. McKenna over to Walsh. Samaki will get the ball. Gets around a couple. Keep going. Goes around 3. Tries to get around the 4th, but it's just kicked away from him. It'll be a throw and 4. Egan Rupersberger.
Yeah, in the second half, Samaki has been a pretty big name that we've said a lot. He's controlled the ball for the Firebirds.
Here is John Kensick. Has the ball. Plays it towards Samaki. Over to Walsh. Has it in the midfield. Walsh gets around 1. Getting around this one defender. He's pushed to the ground. No call. They're going to call it there. Here we will have a free kick with 2 minutes left to play for Holy Ghost.
Yeah, trying to tack on another one. Wouldn't mind it here. Let's see what they can do.
Looks like they're going to give the kick to Pulowski.
Pretty good idea considering he's got 2 already. Looking for the hat trick.
He could get it here. Just outside the 18 here is Pulowski on the kick. Now with 1 minute 30 seconds left, he takes a shot on goal and it's blocked. He'll get the ball right back. He's heavily defended though, and they're going to just be able to clear the ball away from him. It'll be a far throw in for Holy Ghost, but the clock is dwindling down. If Holy Ghost wants to score another, no pressure to maybe get some of the players who don't play as much a goal.
Yeah, you can tell Ghost still wants it. They're not giving up on that goal. It wouldn't affect it, but another one would be nice. There is about to be just a minute left in this one.
Another throw in. It's going to come courtesy of Blaze Paul. He'll play it in. Volley it over. Jack Walsh has it here. He plays it up to his sophomore fellow Johnny Pulowski. He's failed. They're going to call something here. They'll have another kick. 45 seconds remaining in the game.
Yeah, we've talked about Pulowski, and he's only a sophomore, you know. He's a young player, and
he's the future.
Yeah, he is the future of Holy Ghost Prep Soccer.
And once again, here's another kick here. The shot near the goal, blocked off the face of number 3, Brady Donahue. He is in excruciating pain. It did not go off where you want to hit that, and he's holding his face right now.
Yeah, that was a dart. If you want to talk about a dart, a straight kick, and that one might sting a little bit.
Here is Jack Walsh with 10 seconds remaining. He's in the corner. No urgency to do anything, because Holy Ghost, as the time winds down, has officially won this game. 4-1. Holy Ghost, the win. Thoughts on the game?
Yeah, overall, they just played really well, kept the pressure on, scored a couple goals when it mattered, and played great defense today.
Great play by Holy Ghost today. That's going to help them in the standings, help them in the push for a home playoff game. And, I'm excited to watch the next games coming up. Our next broadcast will be October 16th, next Thursday against Pennsbury. We'll see you there.
HGPTV, Ghosts Multimedia Network.